And now it's time for the ridiculous.
What kinds of things make people pissed?
And how many suitors exactly has she dismissed?
Siri, what are some locations for a lover's tryst?
Oh, darling, surely there must be a list.
A list?
A list?
A list?
A list?
You're telling me it's all here on this bleeding list? That's preposterous and ludicrous.
Well, actually, it's all quite
Ridiculous, ridiculous, ridiculous. You
Welcome to The Ridiculous. I'm Sally Brooks.
And I'm Jen O'Neill, and this is a podcast of list and listicles for you. Let's do that over because it sounds like I'm like doing it on purpose now. Okay, ready?
I like it. Okay, ready? I like it that it's different every time.
But it's different, horrible every time. And it
Yes.
sounds like I'm like doing it to be like fake and stupid, but I'm really just stupid. Should we keep that in there? Should we just go? You guys just, got a little peek behind the curtain. How about that? Let's just keep going.
Let's just keep going.
Okay.
So as we're recording it, this is the last day of school before Christmas break, and I am not ready. I'm not ready. I'm unprepared.
So am I. But I am very lucky that my kids are at the age where like I can leave them from time to time, like a little bit here and there if I have to go to the grocery shopping without kids whining about being at the grocery store. So,
Right.
Sorry, I sound terrible. I've had like a wicked cold all week, and it's like now it's in the lung stage.
Oh no, you're just like in the like sexy voice stage.
Is it sexy?
Yeah.
Is it sexy like when it's deep, or is it sexy when I'm hacking up mucus?
I mean both.
How's that? Does that do it for you?
Yeah, does it?
When I sound like an old 80-year-old chain smoker. Oh God. Hold on.
I'm going to see how much I can make you laugh and then convulse
and embarrass me. Oh my God. It's so
convulse
bad.
into coughs. Like, yeah, you got your tea.
I got my hat tea.
I'm just imagining, I can't confirm this because I can only see you from like the shoulders up, but like I'm guessing you have like a nice blanket
Pants
over your
on?
lap.
No.
I'm guessing like a quilted throw.
I should go get one. I have plenty around the house, but I'm straight up wearing pants. Straight
All
pants.
Right. Just straight pants.
Yeah. Jeans.
Oh, wow. Hard pants. That is.
Hard pants.
That's a Jen gets fancy for y'all. I put on my hoodie and was like, let's go. All right. Well, hey, let's get into our list.
Let's do it. My list is an article for BuzzFeed.com, again, by Hannah Martyr. If she only knew what an impact she had on her podcast.
Thank you for your service, Hannah.
Thank you for your service. Hannah asked Reddit users, what's the worst Christmas present you received? And the title of this is, These People Belong in the Relative Hall of Shame after giving their family members these completely unacceptable Christmas gifts.
Amazing. I'm instantly thinking of one Christmas where my grandma, my mom's mom, used to send us. She was like a notorious thrift shopper. She loved thrift shopping. She loved going to like estate sales, which same. She has passed that down to my mom. She passed it down to me. I love a thrift store. I love the hunt. But she would send us those things as Christmas gifts. And one year, the worst one she ever sent was, those little figurines they were like collectibles. Precious moments. Yes. Yeah, and they had the like number of the year old you were on them.
Yes.
Okay. So she sent me one of those that had a 10 on it. And I was 16. And that was my Christmas gift. And then she sent my mom like this little purse that was obviously thrifted. It was very old.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but the best part of that was that my mom looked in and there was a $50 bill. Not that my grandma had put in there, just that somebody, whoever had given the purse to Goodwill, had left in there. And we were like, well, see, there we go.
The best present.
But yeah. And I just want to say, for the record, I didn't collect those precious moment dolls, or figurines. That was what.
That's always the best, when somebody thinks that you collect something that you don't, and they keep giving you these things, and then it's like, well, now I do, I guess.
Yes. I remember we always had like a ton. My mom had on like one shelf of like was full of ducks, like just duck stuff. And I remember I always thought like, oh, my mom must love ducks. And I finally asked her, I was like, how come we have all these ducks? She was like, I don't know. Someone got in their mind that I like ducks, and now everybody gives me duck shit. And I just put it up there because I think it's funny.
Oh God.
So many ducks. I'm like, what? Why do you like ducks?
My ex-husband used to get from his mom every year since he was born. Every year she gave him a nutcracker, and that became like his thing, is he got a nutcracker for every year for Christmas.
Yeah.
But when we first moved in together, we were in our like mid-20s. I remember his mom giving me these huge tubs, like plastic tubs filled with nutcrackers, and she was like, they're yours now. And I'm like, what? Like, what am I gonna do? Like, and at the time we lived in an apartment. I'm like, where am I gonna house like 30 nutcrackers? Or at the time, I guess it was like, he was like probably 26, 27. And then like, yeah, what's funny is I have nutcrackers on my mantle right now that he got, because it's like, he doesn't want to take all of them. My kids,
I was going to ask who got
like, I still have all of them. He has some, I think. I think he took some to his house. But yeah, it's just funny. I think my worst Christmas present, speaking of my ex, this might get me into some trouble, but I mean, it's nothing that we haven't discussed 1,000 times. But my worst Christmas present ever, I think, was a paintbrush with a this was from my husband at the time. I was also pregnant. He gave me a like Home Depot like painter's paintbrush with a Post-it on it that said "good for one free porch painting."
No.
Like he was going to paint the porch, and that was my Christmas present. And do you know what? He didn't paint the porch. I did. Pregnant.
Well, I mean, that's why he got you the brush. He didn't say
True.
he
got me the brush.
He didn't say who was going to paint the porch. He just said it was good for one porch painting, and you
know.
did. Sounds like you came through.
These are chores, not gifts.
That is not a gift.
I know. I will say that there have been nice presents that he got me in the future, like outside of that.
Yeah.
But I think that was my least favorite Christmas present. Anyway.
Yeah, I think gift giving is an art, right? If you're really good at gift giving, it's like that is a skill that you have to work on, you know?
You know, we were just talking about this because a friend of mine was about to go to a white elephant party. And it's like, I know the whole thing is, and this was her stance, and I was like, I'm with you on this one. Is like, I hate the whole like, oh, you have to give stupid, dumb gifts. Like if I'm going to give somebody something, it should be at least like a bottle of wine, or like, you know, bath bombs or something that someone will like. If it's not you, then you could re-gift it and give it to somebody else. But like wasting money on stupid stuff that you know nobody's going to want, even if for the sake of the joke of the party, I just don't like that. You know what I mean? I'm with her on this one. I think that you should just give something that's like people will want. You know, everybody likes a Starbucks gift card. Everybody likes a bottle of wine. And if you don't, you can give it to somebody that does, you know? But nobody
wants... saying no prank gifts.
Prank gifts, yeah. Or just like, you know, I don't know.
Like, let me ask you this. I don't know. I'm fairly new to like white elephant gift exchanges. We do it with our friends Matt and Katrina and April and Jeff. And last year I got one of those like a little desk thing. And I think this is actually probably exactly what you're talking about. I gave a desk, like, the waving man that stands outside of car, because it made me laugh really hard. And I was like, that is something I would like to get because it makes me laugh and smile. I would put that on my desk. And can I tell you, it was the last thing. Like nobody wanted
it.
Nobody wanted it. And I was like, this
I
is going to be, I was like, people are going to fight over this. And that is when I realized, I'm like, oh, I have two different priorities than other people. But yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I think it's, it's in the eye of the beholder. But I suppose if it's something that nobody would want. Yeah. Also, I think sometimes these are like themed.
I know the worst present I ever got, and actually wasn't from Zach. It was my sister gave me as a joke. Yeah. But it was annoying because then everybody was like, gotcha. She put like 1,000 Taco Bell, like mild sauces in a Tupperware container and wrapped it and gave it to me. And then, I opened it up and I was like, oh, yeah, hot sauce, okay. And then everybody was like, loser, she got you, man. Look at you opening up hot sauce. I'm like, am I an idiot for opening up a thing she gave me? You know what I mean? But it was like, became this whole thing about like, oh, Jen got hot sauce. Did you see what Jen got? And it's like, what? I was opening the fucking gift, man.
Do you love Taco Bell hot sauce?
No, I don't like hot sauce.
So,
period.
What?
So she was just being an asshole, and like she thought it was funny, and then everyone like thought it was so funny and like made fun of me the whole day because I got Taco Bell hot sauce, and it's
Were they like,
I hate.
Oh, Jen, you want to put some hot sauce on this? Want to spice this like mac and cheese up?
It was the most annoying, stupid gift, and then it was like what came after. Yeah, that whole day, it was just so annoying.
I agree. I would be annoyed by that too. You hear me, Eileen? Do not give me hot sauce this year.
Don't you fucking dare.
Don't even fucking think about it.
If it's even slightly chilled, any gift from you, I will not open it. Mm-mm. Anyway. But I'm excited to hear what some of these people got, because hopefully it's funnier than...
Oh, have we not even started this list yet?
Nope. This one says, my mom is notorious for bad presents. One that stands out was a car crash kit. It had a disposable camera for recording the scene, a form for both parties to fill out, a tape measure for measuring, I don't know, stuff, some chalk for what I assume was for marking out where the dead bodies landed or something. That's funny. This one says, a set of miniature butter knives with ceramic fruit and vegetables as the handles. From an aunt who said that I was so hard to shop for. I was 7. Imagine being 7 and getting butter knives.
I could be like,
oh my God.
You think, was she just like, well, I mean, she's small, so she must like small
things. These are cute. Yeah.
That's a re-gift. That was 100% a re-gift.
Totally. This one says 50 pounds of russet potatoes. That's funny. That's like my hot sauce present. I had a boss one time give me 2 bags of pecans. And I'm saying it the Southern way. The Northern in me wants to say pecans.
Pecans.
That was my Christmas present. 2 bags of pecans.
Did you eat
like
a lot of nuts around the office?
Never.
Did you talk about loving
not even a
pecan
little
pie?
Never once. Never one time. He gave all of his employees, every employee got 2 bags of pecans from like some kind of pecan farm.
Like, did he?
No, but I think he knew somebody who had a pecan farm. It was very strange.
Was your boss Jimmy Carter?
No, I wish. I wish it was Jimmy Carter. No,
Right.
it was very strange. But we would always beg, "Did you get your pecans this year? Did you get them?"
Oh, so like
Your
every
pecans.
year. Like
Every
that's
year, every employee got 2 bags of pecans.
I love that it was like one bag is not enough.
No, 2. He was so happy and so proud every time he gave it to us
Aw.
too. He was it's like really like it was hard to not get like to be upset because he was really you could tell he was so excited to give them out.
Yeah.
And so anyway, this one says a spam calendar, 12 months of pictures of spam. I was a 14-year-old girl. I don't know what to do. I didn't know what to do with my face when I opened it. That's funny.
We actually I remember somebody saying that they train their kids, like do practice with their kids to like fix their face if they get something
when
they
they
don't
open
like.
gifts?
Yeah, like I mean I remember we were like talked to Max about like that, just like, hey, you may not love everything you get, but like if it comes from grandma and grandpa, like you need to like say, oh, thank you, and then we can talk about it's okay to not like it, but like it's not okay to like not be grateful. Like,
Right.
that's I mean, you know, we generally just send everybody a list of what he wants anyway, so it's not like he's getting things he doesn't want, but just like, you know, it's good practice.
Yeah. It usually goes something like, "Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. This is amazing.
I love it." Yeah.
Oh. Oh man,
Oh my
1
God.
year.
Oh, go. No, you
Okay,
go ahead.
I just thought of 1 year.
Well, those are
And this is for my mother-in-law who listens to the podcast. So hi, Martha, and probably maybe while you're
Hi,
listening to this,
Martha.
you might be at our house. But 1 year she gave our niece this sled that was just like I can't describe it any way other than like it looked like a big dick. Like it looked like the like part that you like hold on to, and we were just like,
the dick. The part of the dick or the part of the sled?
The part of the sled looked like a dick.
He just looked so enthusiastic whilst holding. That was really funny. Anyway, okay, so the sled had a holder shaped like a dick.
It looked like a dick, and like it was like unmistakable, and we couldn't. And like our niece was like 10 or 11 at the time, and we just all were like, "Huh, what? That's interesting, Martha." And she was like, "What? I totally didn't see it, and none of us could not see it, and we could not stop laughing.
Oh my God,
I'm sure I have a picture of it around here somewhere, but
you'll have to share.
So great. So what did you think of?
Oh, I was gonna say, I remember my friend Krista, who listens to the podcast. Hi, Krista.
Hi, Krista.
She was of someone taught her this, or she heard this somewhere, and she's the sweetest, most wonderful, polite, gracious person on the planet.
Yeah.
But someone had told her, or she heard somewhere, that you should, when you're opening gifts, like say like, "Oh, thank you, I like this so much," and then say a little thing about it, like what you can use it for or whatever.
Okay.
Which is all well and good if you're getting like 2-3 presents, but she would do these at like her showers, like her wedding shower, her baby shower, and it was just so funny because it would take her like hours to go through the presents, and she would comment on things that were like napkin holders, napkin rings, and she'd be like, "Oh wow, napkin rings, I can totally use this for like putting my napkins in the rings." And the color is my favorite color, and she would like do a 2-minute monologue on each item that she got, and we would just sit there and laugh, and like we'd have to take breaks, and like, is she still at it? Like,
oh my God. And that's
even
still like
saying thank you.
It's even like more perfect because for like you have picked those things out for like a shower, right? So it's like basically being like, "Oh wow, I picked this glass out so that I can drink out of it, and what good taste I have! It's so beautiful." Like,
I know, it was so funny. God bless her.
Hilarious.
I love me, some Krista. This one says a dish towel. I was 8 years old. Oh my God.
Love it.
This one said, my grandpa was planning on giving me a tissue box with money in it. Still not sure why. Anyway, he wrapped the wrong box, and I opened a box of tissues on Christmas morning. I'm like, thank you. Oh.
Cool.
This one says, one year I got what was actually a super cool present. My parents had worked for months putting together this awesome art kit. It was a big toolbox filled with good scissors, glue, paint. The problem was every time they would go upstairs to add to it, they had a running joke where they would say, we're going upstairs to feed your present, or we just need to take your present out for a walk. What the fuck? So, of course, on Christmas morning, instead of being a little kid who was stoked to get a huge box of art supplies, I was a little kid who was devastated that I didn't get a puppy.
Oh,
That is so stupid on the parents' part. What were they thinking? Oh my God. Oh, this one's sad. It says a ceramic jar for holding dog treats when I was 15 when he had we had just given him away. Miss you, rascal.
Oh.
That's
Oh, no.
awful. This is so sad too. When I was 8 or 9, my grandma gave me a Christmas ornament. It was a little stuffed cherub with pink cheeks and yarn hair. I cried because I had saved up my allowance to buy it for her the year before.
Oh no.
That will scar you for life, that poor child.
And I'm sure that like the grandma didn't even remember who gave it to her. It was just like, oh, get rid of this ugly thing.
God.
Oh no.
This one says, my husband's stepmother gave me a 36-year-old at the time a kindergarten-sized backpack. When I opened it, she said, I actually bought that for blank, who was a child, a few years ago, and she hated it. So I threw it in a closet and saw it and thought you'd like it. None of us did. We all think it's ugly. Oh, man.
Oh, it's like you had to, I don't know. I think the explanation is worse.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't say. When I was 16, a vampire makeup kit. I had never mentioned anything of vampires. I was just your run-of-the-mill jock, just worried about sports and friends. That's kind of funny, though. Like she probably was like, what are kids into right now? Vampires?
Exactly. 100%. She was like, it was probably Twilight time. She was like, oh, every girl loves vampires, right? It's just,
yeah.
Or maybe it was a boy. I don't know.
My cousin once gave me an autographed picture of himself. That's funny.
Pretty funny, actually.
I think that's actually one of my least favorite kinds of gifts is when people give you gifts that are like decorative gifts for your home, including, unless it's a picture in a frame of a baby or one of my nieces and nephews that I love so much. Or my children, like, I don't want it. You know what I mean? Like, I just think it's so presumptuous to give gifts for someone that are decorative for their home. You know?
Yes. Right.
I don't like
Unless
that.
It's like you are someone
I'm sure I'm
who
pissing somebody
is
off right now.
like the only thing I can think of that would be I would like that is decorative. Like I really love pottery. So like a beautiful piece of pottery is a nice gift. Although at this point I have so much.
But you just
I
make
don't
it.
need anything else. Now I can make it. But like that was a gift that I would have liked because I do love pottery. But it's something on my walls. I don't know. You have to know someone really well.
Yeah.
And really understand their taste and it be someone who's like, I want this one thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, exactly this thing.
Yeah.
This
hard,
said,
hard sell.
Yeah. This one says, an ex gave me an engagement ring for herself on the idea that I would use it to propose to her. She also gave specific instructions on how and when I should do it, as well as stipulations that she should be the one planning our wedding. We had a terrible relationship, and I had been planning on breaking up with her after the holidays, which I did. I couldn't understand how she thought we were even close to being on the same page. And once it was all over, I realized the obvious and what everyone was trying to tell me for 3 years. I was in an abusive relationship. Still, who the hell buys a ring for someone to give back to them? It's just bad gifting. Yee.
That is somewhat like, wow.
The
Wow, wow,
nerve.
wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to be like, is this a joke? Is this
I know.
a
That's
joke?
crazy.
It's a bad joke. Oof.
Yeah. That's awful. This one says, my grandma bought me an ornament with the name Eric on it. My name is Morgan. That's hurtful from your grandma.
Oh, that was another thing that my grandma used to do is she would buy, like when we were little, she would buy like at thrift stores or at, or at a garage sale, she would buy those, and little kids, especially in the South, it was like embroidered across like a little dress or something. The name would be embroidered and there'd be like a little duck here. And she would just take out the name
Oh,
and then she
really?
would like do it herself. But like, so you could still see underneath, it'd be like Jennifer. And then on top,
Sharon.
she would do Sally.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so funny. That's hilarious. This one said, the year I gave my ex-husband a Tag Heuer watch, I don't know what that is.
Mm.
He gave me a $19.99 Walmart blender. We already had 3 blenders.
I'm guessing that's a
Oh.
very expensive watch.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
This is my stance on gifts too from romantic partners
Mhm.
is like, gifts from friends and family are one thing, but I always tell whoever I'm with that I actually don't like things. I
Mm.
don't want a gift that's a thing.
Yeah.
I like gifts that are like, you plan this day for us, or like you picked this restaurant and you made reservations and then afterwards we're going to go do this thing. I don't know. Like, to me, that means just so much more because it's
Yeah.
like you spent time thinking about me and what I like. And you also want to spend time with me to do that thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I find that so much more enjoyable than like, here's this blender. You know what I mean? Like, unless it's, you know what I mean? But if it's something that like I've said, oh, I need this 1,000 times and you thought of it,
Yeah.
and like, that's great. I just feel like for me, there has to be some thought behind it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that like at this age and like we're comfortable in our jobs and we have, with like, you can buy a blender if you want a blender. You have a blender, right? Like if it's something like one year during the pandemic, Ben, like before I started doing pottery, I just like was in love with the pottery show. He just like bought me a pottery wheel, which was like so thoughtful and amazing. I never would have bought it for myself. But it, I mean, that like something like that is very thoughtful.
Yeah, that's thoughtful.
But like, something that I'm like, I can just get socks and whatever for myself. Like that, it feels like we now do way more like I'm getting tickets to a concert or I'm buying us tickets to this or I'm planning this trip or something like that feels more like a gift to me, is like the gift of time and experience and those kind of things.
Yeah. Gift of time, I guess that's the word I'm looking for, is the gift of time. Like, I don't know. That's just like, and I'm not saying, I'm not happy when people give me, or I'm like, I don't like this. I'm just saying that the weight of my heart is what means so much to me is like, the gift of time and thought.
Yeah.
Okay. This one says, not a paintbrush with a Post-it on it. Just saying. This one said, I participated in a voluntary office Christmas exchange in 2012 with a $30 limit. My gift was a CDR of the giver's favorite album. I was less than enthused, but nonetheless slid the disc into my car to check it out, only to find out that it was blank. The person had written the band name, album title on the disc, but forgot to actually burn a copy. That's funny.
Oh, that's great.
And this one says, every year my aunt gives our family thrift Santa gifts from thrift stores. The thing is, nothing relates to anyone. The worst I've gotten are among a Kama Sutra book when I was 13, 14, awkward, and a New York Yankees baby onesie. I don't have kids and I don't watch baseball.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I know. Oh my God. This one says a bottle of raccoon urine. Not joking. A completely sealed, brand new bottle of raccoon urine. What purpose does that serve? What is that for? Hunting or something?
What? Where do you
Rac-
get
raccoon urine.
raccoon
I'm going to Google
urine?
this. And now I'm going to
What's it
start getting
for?
commercials for like.
And
Okay.
also,
Amazon sells bottles of raccoon urine. They're meant for luring and trapping raccoons.
what?
Well,
Is it
just like,
actually?
why do you want to lure the raccoon just to make it go away? Just let it live its life.
If it's, and also, can you Google how do you procure raccoon urine?
Amazon.
No. I mean, how do they get it in the bottle?
I don't even want to know. I'm not going any further because I'm going to fuck up my
Is it a bunch of
ads.
just like dude raccoons on a road trip and they just start pissing in bottles? And then they're like, you know
Probably.
what? It's like how like enterprising women were like, you know what? Guys will pay for my dirty underwear.
Yeah,
And then
or
they
women
started
sell
businesses.
their breast milk. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
First Merry Christmas, my brother-in-law gave me a fake cat turd with kitty litter and all. Welcome to the family. Oh, that's nice. Oh my God. This one says, when I was 18, my grandma gave me the card label from a gift card. No actual gift card, shoved into an empty toilet paper tube and wrapped like a gift. All of my siblings got actual gift cards. Grandma never liked me much. That's awful.
That's horrible because
I
that's like
know.
intentional. Like, here's a big fuck you.
Yes.
Like I didn't just forget about you. I like actively did something to spite you, you know?
This one says, my great grandma gave my cousin a jock strap from Goodwill. He started crying. He was 9. What the hell? Grandmas and thrift stores, keep them out of there. Keep them out of
Seriously.
there. I know. Okay, I'll do the one last one. This one says, and finally, one that's so sad you just have to laugh. Instead of received, I switched to gave. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me say that again. And finally, I'll do one last one. And finally, one that's so sad you just have to laugh. Instead of received, I'll switch to gave. So this is, I guess, what this person gave. I bought my whole family tickets to see James Brown live. Literally within minutes of them opening their presents, it was announced on the news Christmas morning that James Brown died. I shouldn't be laughing about his death, but that's really funny.
No, oh God, that's just like perfect comic timing, right?
Yeah. Oh my God. That's awesome.
That's great.
So that's my list.
Oh, I love that list. Great.
Okay.
Great list. Well, I also have a list from BuzzFeed, and it is also Christmas related.
Yeah, it's a holiday themed.
Right? Where this is our holiday episode. This was compiled by Jasmine Nahar, and it is 14 stories about Christmas drama that will make you audibly gasp. So, and what I say to Jasmine is, we'll fucking see, right?
Prove it.
Prove it. Okay. So this one's from a user named Sharby. So it wasn't my family, thank God, but one of my friends. Her uncle got caught cheating at a dinner table when his phone buzzed and her aunt saw the incoming text. Started screaming and crying, throwing her dinner at him, etc. My friend dared to laugh. So then her aunt turned on her and started insulting her weight, how she'd never get a man. And so then the mom stands up and starts to yell, and the whole family gets involved. The aunt starts to insult everyone, calling them backstabbers and lowlifes, and then calls me an intruding bitch. I've never visited a friend over the holidays since.
Oh my God. Way to take your anger out on everyone.
I just realized that this was someone saying, like, she was there at a friend's, like, this happened in front of her. Somebody else's friend's family. Like,
that's
crazy.
My
God. Can you imagine? I mean,
no.
So great. That's, I mean, as an outsider, being able to witness that, it would be like kind of amazing.
Yeah, I'd happily have someone yell at me and call me an intruder if I got a first row seat
right? All of that.
to all that drama.
Because you're not emotionally involved. You're just like
Yeah.
a tennis match. Like, oh, and then what's he gonna say? What's he gonna say? Yeah, it'd be hard not to laugh. Okay, not that is like a nice thing to happen, but sounds like she was kind of a bitch. So this one's from a user named All Shucks. The men in my family are all blue collar guys, truck drivers, warehouse workers, tradesmen. And we're always giving sass to my aunt's husband, who is a computery IT guy. Anyway, one year they gave him a hammer wrapped up in duct tape. No box, just every inch covered in tape. My aunt's husband threw down the hammer and stormed off and walked out of the house a mile or so down a very busy route until my aunt found him walking and picked him up. He sees the humor in it now and all's good in the hood. I mean,
he was just mad that he got a hammer.
He's mad that he got a hammer. Maybe just mad that, from years of being made fun of for being in IT. He's just like, what the fuck?
Oh, because like he's a nerd and he doesn't have a hammer. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think he's just mad because apparently all of the other men were always giving him trouble, like making fun of him for being an IT guy. And so they gave him a hammer to be like, maybe do some manual labor.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I can see that being like the straw that broke the camel's back kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
if
you're so like if somebody gave me a packet of hot sauce, I would just like lose my fucking shit.
You would rip open that packet and squirt it right in the eyes. Eyes, like, this will show you. Okay, when I was a toddler, we were supposed to go to Savannah to visit my mom's family for Christmas. My dad said he couldn't go because he lost his wallet. It turned out that some prostitutes he had slept with took his money, identification cards, and all the cocaine he'd been carrying. We ended up going to Georgia without him. Unsurprisingly, my parents are not together anymore, and I'm estranged from my father.
Oh, wow.
Estranged. Yeah. Whew. That's I mean, sometimes things happen.
How did they find out about the cocaine? Did he offer up that information? Was he like, yeah, they took my cocaine? Like,
can you believe these lying bitches? Not only do I have to go down to the DMV, but now I got to call up Johnny and get some new coke.
I know.
But I don't have money because they took that too. Okay. Natalie P41C says, this happened when I was a little kid, so I don't exactly remember how it started, but my 3 aunts on my mom's side ended up getting in a huge fight. One of them threw the phone. She lives far away. While my mom was on the phone with the one trying to calm her down, the other 2 were running around the house, flipping each other off. Picture that video of the 2 guys flipping each other off in the street. I don't think I've seen, and yelling until one of them got so mad she left. My entire family and I are just sitting in the living room, watch this go down. Needless to say, I've never tried so hard not to laugh in my life.
Oh my God, that's
funny.
I
like just 2 grown women just like flipping each other.
Yeah.
I mean, I would not be able to hold in my laughter.
Oh no.
One year, we had extended family Christmas with my mom's side, and my aunt, married to my mom's brother, made this huge deal about how she had made candles and lotions for all the women from essential oils. I'm just going to pause there and say, anytime I hear somebody talk about essential oils, you know that some bullshit's going to come after that. Not that I don't like essential oils, but I just have met too many women who sell essential oils.
Oh, I know.
And
I have had friends break up over essential oils.
Oh, really?
It's too much.
There was this woman in when I was like a new mom who was like in our like mom's group, like baby moms group, and she was always like, oh, can I, anything you said, like, oh, my shoulder hurts. She'd be like, oh, let me give you an essential oil massage. Or like, my baby is throwing up. Oh, I have an essential oil for that. Like every single thing. We were like, come on. Okay, so this one says my cousin and his wife were leaving early, and she just couldn't stop talking about how we needed to exchange gifts so that she could give all the gals their gifts. So we exchanged gifts, and she hands a bag to every woman there except me and my younger sister. My cousin's girlfriend, who we barely even knew, got one. It was so painfully obvious that she deliberately didn't give us something because my mom was given a gift. Sometime in the next year, she even had the gall to ask my mom why my sister and I don't like her as much as other family members. I thought that was going somewhere else, but
Yeah. So she basically just gave gifts to everybody except for them
yeah,
specifically.
I
Okay.
mean,
I thought it was going to be like, and then it turned out to be an MLM
yeah, I would. Then
for
she made us
essential
pay for
oils.
them.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I'm not. All right. I've heard
Okay.
better essential oil stories.
I know. That's a
That's what I'm
boring
saying.
essential oil. Sure, if you ask me.
Okay. A few years back, one of my siblings must have ticked my mother off with all the stress of the past couple days. She just snapped and fully pushed the 3-meter Christmas tree over and took a saw to make tiny pieces out of it. True story. And that woman is 5'2".
Oh my God. I love that.
I love
For some reason, my mom is a teeny tiny little lady,
Yeah.
and and she's so happy and lighthearted and funny. But if you push her,
Yeah.
and I'm the same way. It's like if you just put, I'm normally cool and fun
Mhm.
and funny, but I have a limit. And if you push me, I can totally see my mom losing her shit and doing that. She hasn't, to be fair, but if for some reason that picture just it was a picture.
But this
of my
could be the
mom
year.
yeah,
Jen.
that's good. Totally.
Let's see how far you can push Caroline. Will she knock over the tree and then saw it
And
into
get a
tiny
saw.
pieces?
Yeah.
Because that is not just a spur of the moment I'm mad. That is I am fucking mad, and I'm continuing to be mad until this tree is in tiny pieces.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I love this. I'll just do a couple more. Okay, my mom was cooking dinner for around 14 of us, family, close friends. So naturally, we had to make do with whatever we could as we weren't used to having this many people over for dinner. My mom sets the table and lets everyone know their place. And it just so happens that my older sister, who was 22 at the time, gets a plate that's different than everyone else's. She throws a full tantrum and kicks off enough that my mom is so stressed she spends the rest of the dinner throwing up. Safe to say it was an awkward dinner.
Oh, wow. Just because it was a different plate?
That is some toddler shit, right?
Yeah, that is some toddler
if you've had
shit.
a toddler, it's I got the green plate and I wanted the yellow plate, even though I said I wanted the green plate. That is
That's
100%.
so bizarre. Yeah. What a little bitch.
Okay, this is the last one. This one is some family drama. Okay. My grandmother went out to the garage to smoke after Christmas dinner and intentionally slammed her arm in the car door, breaking her wrist in the process.
Intentionally?
Why? Intentionally. Why? She wanted to see if her pain medication was working. Needless to say, her experiment caused the rest of us to spend Christmas in the emergency room.
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
That sounds like a grandma on meth.
I think the pain medication was working a little too much, and then she was out of her mind. What?
Yeah, she was just huh.
That is crazy.
Do you think she came in I don't. Something's wrong with this.
It works. I don't feel that. Oh my God.
Yeah, people. Oh. Man, I just have to say,
that was a good list.
Makes me relatively happy that my family is pretty calm at the holidays.
Yeah,
and we're not a drama. Neither my family nor especially not Ben's family. They're the loveliest, calmest family.
I would say my family's.
You might have some stories to add.
Yeah, there's a lot of stories, and I'm can't say that one. Can't say that one. Nope, not today. But yeah, no, I think I know one of the famous best scenes from the show The Bear was the Christmas dinner, and it was just so relatable. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. But anyway, great list. Should we get into
Great list.
our list, top fives?
Yes.
Okay, great.
So this week we are doing our top 5 Christmas cookies / treats.
Treats, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm curious to hear yours. I feel like yours might be like have a real Italian bent
Not
to
too
them.
bad.
No?
Mm-mm.
All right.
No.
Okay.
No.
Are you going to shame your family?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, now I'm like, no, okay. I feel good about my list. Okay. Do you want to start or?
Sure. Okay. My number 5 is a straight up gingerbread man. Or woman.
Really?
A gingerbread. I love
Person.
a gingerbread person. I love a spicy, like with lots of like ginger, and I like them soft. And I love a gingerbread cookie. I love it.
That's nice. We
Yeah.
never really ate a whole lot of gingerbread. But we would make the houses and stuff, but then you would just,
the houses like that gingerbread
look
is
at
not
it.
great to eat.
Yeah.
Even like the stuff that you make construction. I like a soft gingerbread. I like decorating it. We did every year my mom would throw these big Christmas candy and cookie making parties like for all the kids in the neighborhood, and we would all get together and we would she would make the doughs and we would cut them out and then we would decorate them, and like we did this even like when I was like a teenager, maybe in college, and then she would invite all the little kids in our neighborhood to come do it, and it was like such a big thing every year. But that was like one of the fun things that we would do was always like the gingerbread decorating.
Oh, nice. Yeah, my number 5 is sort of like a little Christmas memory like that too. Is I remember there being like a 4 to 5 year period where my mom would make these like those press cookies. It's like you put the dough in the tube and then you put the different slats on the end, and then so it would press into these different shapes. I just remembered like really loving that whole experience and the taste of the cookies. I can't remember why we stopped doing it.
Yeah.
But I remember those cookies. Those were a good memory. Okay. What's your number 4?
My number 4 is something that we randomly made like 2 years ago, but it's peppermint brownie. So it's like regular brownie with then like the peppermint, like I don't know, some kind of like buttercream on top, and then like a ganache on top of that, and then some candy canes.
I love
so good.
Some peppermint candy cane action. Yeah. My number 4 is this is Italian. I like Italian wedding cookies for Christmas. That like powdered sugar, shortbread. Yeah. There's usually some like nuts in it or something. Yeah. I'll pair that with if we're going to talk about Italian cookies, I love pinoles. And also this list that I'm making is under the assumption that I can eat gluten. I can't.
Right. Yeah.
But when I could, this is what I like. But when there is this bakery that my mom found it's an Italian bakery that sells gluten-free pinoles and other like amaretto cookies and stuff like that. And they're awesome. So I could eat them again. But yeah, I like those. And Dustin Harder makes a really amazing vegan Italian wedding cookie, and he'll make them gluten-free for me because he's an angel.
What an angel.
Okay,
talented boy. My number 3 are very basic. I love a sugar cookie. I love a decorated sugar cookie. I like a sugar cookie.
I never really liked eating them. I like decorating them, but I'm not really into eating them.
Oh, really? I'm a big fan. I like a simple cookie.
My number 3 is, speaking of peppermint, Trader Joe's makes these their version of an Oreo, which is called a JoJo, but they make these candy cane JoJos. So they're Oreos with like the cream in the middle, but then they've got bits of broken candy cane in the cream.
I could see that being really good.
Oh my God. And they make them gluten-free. They make a gluten-free version of it.
All right.
It's fucking amazing.
I mean, I'm probably not going to go to Trader Joe's just because it's a big hassle, but
I was there today.
so my number 2 is shortbread. I love
Oh, yeah.
well-made shortbread, and I love it plain. I love it just shortbread, and then I also love it when it's like dipped in chocolate or has like some kind of topping. I like a shortbread.
Like,
It's like the
do you like those cookies that come in the tins that grandmas have? The big I love those cookies.
I
With,
love
like
them
some
so
have
much.
sugar on
Yes.
it and some don't. They're
Mhm.
shaped like pretzels. Yeah,
Yes.
those are the fucking best.
Yeah, I love
Love
those.
those cookies.
My friend Grace, her friends that she used to, her old neighbors, they do a cookie party every year, and they make like 16, like in one day everybody gets together and they make like 16 varieties of cookies. And she always says, she's like, shortbread is my favorite because there's nowhere to hide. Like it's simple ingredients and they have to be done right.
Yeah.
They take it very seriously and
Buttery.
yes.
My number 2 is is it Little Debbie that makes it? Who makes those Christmas tree cakes? You know, the
Oh,
little
yeah.
white
Uh-huh.
Christmas tree. I haven't had one in like 10 years probably because I
Where like
can't eat
the
it.
coating like coats the top of your mouth because it's so waxy.
Yeah. But I remember it being it's got like the sugar, the like colored sugar on the top. It's
Yeah.
white. Yeah, the little cakes. I remember loving those. And I see them all the time, but unfortunately I can't eat it. So I need other people to eat it and tell me about it. I was talking about this the other day. They were like, that's really fucking sad. I was like, is it? Oh, in my office, I was like saying how like there's a lot of things I just can't eat. Like there's cookies all over the office right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't eat them, but I really enjoy watching other people eat them. And they're like, serious? It's like, yeah, I do. I get pleasure out of watching. I'm like, tell me about it. Tell me about the cookie. They're like, that's really weird.
Yeah.
I'm living through other people. Tell me how good that cookie is.
No, but slower
Yeah,
and
like,
sexier.
Lick the cookie. Yeah.
Jen's just in the corner, like smoking a cigarette, like
yeah, totally. Like wiping the drool from my mouth.
Okay, so my number 1, this is like the definition of Christmas for me, and I'm sure they're everywhere, but this is like, I'm from Ohio, and so it's kind of an Ohio treat. It is a Buckeye. You had Buckeyes?
Yeah.
They're amazing.
I'm making that face because my number 1 is Anna, my best friend. Listens to the podcast. You know her.
Hello,
we just had
Anna.
dinner.
Yes.
She
know her, love her.
And now this is like, not only is this like a declaration and for my love of these, we call them peanut butter balls. But it's also a plea because for some reason over the last few years, she's stopped making them for me. But she used to always, from when we were teenagers, every year she would make, because I love them so much. She makes these peanut butter, we call them Anna's peanut butter balls. And
Anna's balls.
Chocolate balls. And she would make them and give them to me every year. She even made them. I remember she brought them to my bachelorette party, and I was like, hell yeah. Like, they're so good. I love them, and they're actually gluten-free.
They are.
Anna, like, I have not seen a chocolate ball in years. Anna, what's happening?
Wow.
Is it me? Did I do something?
Yeah, because she gave them to me last year.
Jesus. So this is kind of a little cry for help, you know? So, Anna, get your ass back in the fucking kitchen.
And make me some goddamn balls.
And make me some chocolate balls. All right? You have 15 days until Christmas. Get in that kitchen.
Get in the kitchen.
So,
God.
I know.
Well, that's amazing. I mean, we make them every year. I will be making them. Even if I don't make anything else, I will make some Buckeyes.
Can I have some?
Yeah, you can have some. We usually
Okay.
make enough and give them to our neighbors too. But yeah, I'll make up a little batch for you.
Do you hear that, Anna?
She's
Do you
got a
hear
new
that?
source.
Yeah.
Unless you come through, she's gonna be eating my chocolate balls.
I mean, Sally's chocolate balls. All right.
And we call them Buckeyes. What if you're like, you take a bite and you're like, this isn't the same. Anna's are better. And I bet they are.
It's just, it's my tradition. It's like, it has to be Anna. I mean, I will love your chocolate balls. Trust
No,
me.
but
I will eat them. I will love them. I will enjoy them. But, it's like when you've eaten the same thing by a certain person your whole life, I need Anna's.
She's just gonna be listening to this, like rolling her
What
eyes.
the fuck?
Like, seriously?
You're a grown ass woman. Yeah, I know.
There's 3 ingredients. You can do it.
I don't want to learn. I don't want you to teach me. I want you to make it and give it to me. Okay.
I won't tell you anything.
Okay.
All right. Well, we want to know, what is your favorite holiday treat? What makes it feel like the holidays to you? You can tell us all of that. We are on Instagram. We're at The Ridiculous Pod. We're on TikTok at The Ridiculous Podcast. You can rate and review, tell a friend. We would love that.
Yes, we would love that. We love hearing from you guys. It's always so much fun. And please share. Sharing is caring, and 'tis the season, right?
'Tis the season. That's what you can get us for the holidays is
share
new listeners.
Thank you guys so much. We hope you have an amazing holiday season, and we will be back next week with more lists.
Ridiculous, ridiculous, ridic. You.